Hi guys, I hope you're good, I hope you're well. If this is your first time here, hello, and if this is you coming back, welcome back. If you are new here, I talk about all things manifestation, mindset, self-development, all of that good stuff, and I talk about it with no fluff, because listen, this community of people talk about a lot of things in a lot of different ways, and I'm just trying to sit here and give you actionable steps to be able to be the best version of yourself. Okay, so if you like that type of stuff, sit here and let's get to it. This video is going to help you reframe your mind to look at any situation, any given situation, whether it's bad or good, especially bad and negative, right? And reframe it to be the best possible version of yourself and how to react in a way that aligns with the version of yourself that has everything that they want. And why this is so important. If you have the money, the bitches, the love, the marriage, the career, you are in the best health, you have the best skin, you are the most sought out person in the damn world, right? Do you think you're going to give a fuck about the woman that you just met outside in the street while you're driving the car because you're driving too slow? No. Are you going to care about the random woman at work that keeps on belittling you? No. Are you going to keep on thinking about the guy that keeps on texting you even though he said he doesn't want anything serious with you? No. Are you going to be sitting here wrapping your head around random people in your life that aren't caring about you? No. Are you going to be concerned about the job offer that just declined you because they want someone better than you? No, you wouldn't be. So that doesn't mean that your emotions aren't valid. This is one thing I do want to preface, and I want to preface again and again and again and again. Your emotions are completely valid when it comes to what you want in your damn life, okay? Understand that, breathe it, be it. Your emotions are that you can feel upset and hurt and angry. You can feel all of those emotions. But one thing you don't want to do, and one thing no one should ever do, is react from their emotions. Ever. Because that will never, ever, 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 ever speak volumes as much as you think it's going to speak. Hear me when I say that. Speaking from emotions is never going to voice and be as loud as you think it's going to be. Okay, people do not understand emotions. People cannot feel emotions, right? Women are creatures, right? When we're speaking with women, we can understand each other's emotions. We can step into other women's feet. We can step into other people's feet and understand where they're coming from and feel the emotions. Whereas men, they cannot. You have to explain it to them. And that's not a bad thing. You have to just do it, okay? And that's just one example. So life is different, experiences are different, and circumstances are different. Why this is so important for you and why this is important in terms of getting exactly what you want. When you come across circumstances in your life, negative or positive, but specifically negative, you're going to find yourself either in one and two situations. Either you're not going to give a fuck, or you're going to be the person that's going to be emotionally reacting to it. Whether that means you're angry and you're screaming and shouting, either you're crying and you're, upset about it and you crying on the phone and all of that stuff, right? Either you're going to be one of those two. You have to decide which person you're going to be. Don't be a fake person who doesn't give a fuck, because you can still not give a fuck, but also be in love, come home, cry about it, think about it for the next 4 days. That still makes you the second person, babe. That still makes you the second person. My point is, with the second person, you dwell over it. You let it sit in your head. You let it sit in your body. You let it sit in your mind, and you create stories about it, and you link it to yourself in multiple different ways. So you're adding on to those negative stories that you no longer want to be a part of. The story that you are now trying to create, where you want to have the money or the car or the career or the business, does not have that story aligned with it. So you need to stop it. And this also relates to life as well. When I talk about manifestation, you need to realize that you're going to come across circumstances. Whether you believe God is testing you, or the universe is testing you, or things are testing you, you're going to come up with situations, right, that are unlike your manifestation actually coming in. You might be trying to manifest 10K into your account, but really and truly, you're going to find that you become in 10K debt, is my point, right? You might want to be manifesting the love of your life, but you might find that he's moved 50,000 years, like miles away from you, okay? That's the type of negative circumstances I'm talking about, and they can be minute as well. They can be the actions changed, the energies changed, they found someone else, you found that the job that you wanted to go for, you got a rejection letter from, whatever it might be, right? How do you reframe it? Look at the situation. You're gonna initially, whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to feel this intense surge of emotion. You're gonna see it. Your heart's gonna sink, right? Your stomach's gonna start pounding, your heart's gonna start pounding, your hands are gonna get clammy, you're gonna start getting anxious, right? At that point, calm your damn self down. Simple. Like, I don't want to say that to just coat over everything, but what I'm saying is calm yourself down. That doesn't mean you don't have a right to feel those emotions, but you do have the choice to calm yourself down. And what that means is, if you've seen something on your phone and you continuously looking at it 45 times during the day, it's clearly not going to help you, okay? So put the phone down, calm yourself down, do something that's going to alleviate you, take your mind off of it for a bit, do something that's going to take that emotion out of it, the heightened part of the emotion, take it out. So whether that means you have to go into full monk mode and meditate, breath work, do some visualization, maybe have a cold shower, doing something that basically makes you completely stop thinking about the thing that just happened. That can also be very, very superficial as well. And I don't mean superficial in a negative way. You can just go ahead and listen to music. You can go ahead and literally just count numbers. You can literally just go ahead and count your breaths. You can do something that just basically means you stop thinking about the situation and you start focusing on something that actually matters, that takes you away from this situation. What does this do? This gives your body the time without your brain provoking it to feel the damn emotion. This lets the emotion just run through your body. If you have anger, right, because you just received a rejection from the job that you really wanted, or you're upset and it's here, your brain, especially if it's not aligned right now to the things that you want and you don't have a consistent way of thinking when it comes to these situations, you're going to find that your mind is going to be pouring into it, because your subconscious mind, like I have mentioned, has years full of stories that is going to bring up and be like, this is proof, this is proof, this is proof. By the way, this is also proof, okay? So your brain's gonna be like, oh, you're upset. This is why. It's because you don't have this. It's because you're a shit person. It's because you don't have the abilities to be able to do it. Because I told you weren't smart. I told you weren't intelligent. I told you would never get this job, because nothing ever works out for you. And this anger is now turning from something that was like this, very, very sharp, but very small, to something huge and more like a dull ache. And if you know anything about dull aches, them motherfuckers, they sit in your body and they hurt. And they don't hurt, they just stay there and they linger, right? So this is what you've created. So when you take your mind away, you're counting sheep, or you're counting numbers, or you're counting the steps that you're taking to work, you're letting this be like this. And it's slowly dissolving until you come back to it, until you're back here. Then you can come back and be like, okay, this situation happened this morning. I received a rejection from this. How did this make me feel? Well, I was upset. Why? Because I really wanted this job. 100%. Why is it making me feel angry? Because I really wanted this job and I've tried so hard. And how am I going to get the money? And this is something that I really love to do. Right? So you've written all of these things down. You feel the emotions, but you're feeling the emotions from a retrospective aspect now, not from I'm feeling it right now, right? And you write everything down. And it doesn't even need to be writing it down. You could be just talking to yourself, right? At that point, you've taken everything out. You've let it go. So now you have one of two options. How are you going to reframe this? How are you going to revise this situation to be in your favor? How are you going to do that? You're going to look at this situation. Let's just take the example of having a rejection letter from the job that you wanted. You're going to take this and you're going to look at it and be like, you know what? I know this is painful. I know this is a job that I really, really want. And I still want this job, right? I still want to be working here. But maybe this is happening because they didn't read my CV correctly. And honestly, what if I get a job from a same company, a sister company from the same place doing the exact same thing, but they're paying me even more? What if this is a sign that I'm going to be getting paid more in the job that I actually really enjoy doing? Like, I know this is this type of job, but this is actually the job that I want to be doing. Like, role-wise, right? You just kind of settled for less here. So really and truly, I did actually settle for less here. And maybe God is just telling me, like, I'm going to actually get another job that's going to be 10 times better than this job. So I should be open to the fact that there's more jobs coming. This isn't a rejection. This is a blessing. Because imagine I started working here and the people were shit and the manager was shit and I couldn't get my breaks and I couldn't be able to do this and wasn't able to be creative, right? Because that's really and truly what you want to do with the job, right? And you're like, okay, fine. What if I end up finding another job? What if another job finds me? What if they put this into a database and another part of the company finds my CV and they're like, we really want this person to work here? Maybe that's what this door is opening. There you go. That is your reframing. That is your reframing. And what that does is it gives you a reason why this happened that also isn't negative, but it's somewhat neutral. But it also leads you down a path of, oh, this could be better. The reason why this is happening can mean that this is something better happening for me. How incredible is that? And then it starts giving you this sense of excitement, like, this is not that bad. Like, I know it felt bad in the moment because the emotion was so sharp, right? But this is actually not that bad. Like, what if so many good things are going to come out of this? Start looking at yourself, start looking at the situation, no matter how big or small it is, like that. Reframe it to something that means it's going to be something positive, something that means even more evidence that your thing, your manifestation, your goal is even closer on the way. Something even better, something even better. And one thing I need you to realize is in every religious text, right? And I'm going to specifically talk about like the Quran and also in the Bible as well. They specifically say that when you ask Allah or God for something, when you do dua, which is a prayer, right, and you're asking God for something, God is either going to give you what it is or something better. What it is or something better. Simple. And the beautiful thing about that is no matter what you get, it's going to be better. Either it's going to be the thing you want or it's going to be better. So look at life like that. Whatever situation it is, you find the love of your life running, oh my God, do you know what? This can be great because now I have the time to be able to, all this time that I was spending on him, every week spending with him, now I have time to myself. So I can actually start doing my hobbies and I can start going to the gym and I can start doing this. And also this gives us time to be able to grow in a way that like is so much more different than other relationships. Like we'll be able to talk when he's all the way over there. So we have to learn new communication techniques and new ways to date and new ways to love each other. How incredible is that? And I can't lie, I used to get really annoyed at people like that. But now I realize how vital they are in my life. And I've now become a person like that. So if you have any circumstances in your life that you find are not hitting the spot, comment them down below and I'll try and help you out in terms of how you can reframe that towards your goal. So comment below the circumstance and what you're trying to manifest from it. And I'll try and help you out. So if this video helped you today, let me know. Give me a little like. Give me a little subscribe or just comment below, do something just to let me know that you watched this video through and through. So I hope you enjoy and take care. Goodbye.